What's up, y'all? I am sending this message to my community to ask for support. I hope you all are well. I hope you're loved. I hope you're vibrant. I am feeling well and loved and vibrant. And I want to share two projects that I'm a part of that have brought me great joy and that I believe are going to do powerful things in the world. And both of them are in phases of fundraising right now and trying to build the revenue to really be able to hold these visions. The first is Black Girl Mixtapes presents The People Could Fly, an Afrofuturist Womanist Retelling of the revolt at Igbo Island. And this is a theatrical production that I have been involved in for the last 2 years, writing this rich, beautiful adaptation of a African folklore tale called The People Could Fly, in which enslaved Africans this is a true story. Enslaved Africans were brought to Igbo Island and revolted and overthrew their captors, and then were said to have jumped into the ocean and drowned. And they often talk about it as one of the largest sort of mass suicides of enslaved Africans during the transatlantic slave trade. But the African folklore retelling of this story is that the enslaved Africans overthrew their captors and jumped into the sky and flew back to Africa. And we are retelling the story of what happened on that ship through an Afrofuturist womanist lens. It is myself. This project is spearheaded by the brilliant Ebony Janice Moore. It includes myself, Zakiya and Khadijah Coleman, Roya Marsh, Mahogany L. Brown, Thea Monier, Nikki Black. I'm making sure I named everybody. I'm forgetting anybody. Zakiya, Khadijah, Ebony Janice, Thea, Nikki, Sonya, Roya Marsh. I believe that covers all of us. And it's going to be, we've been in the process of writing, and it's going to be an incredible, beautiful offering. And right now we are seeking to raise $1 million. This production is not only do we see this as a production that makes it to Broadway, but also becomes a curriculum that travels the world, that does cross-cultural education between the U.S. and nations in Africa. Ebony Janice's vision for this project is enormous. It's massive and brilliant. And if you know anything about Ebony Janice Moore, that's a manifesting woman. If she calls it into being, it turns into form. Which is why I'm always a yes. He also has a book coming out this spring called All the Black Girls Are Activists. Get your copy. Mahogany Brown has a book that just came out, Chrome Sky. Well, no, it was Chlorine Sky. Chrome Valley. Chrome Valley. New York Times just wrote it up. Get it. Anyway, I say all of this to say brilliant Black women a part of this project. And so you can find at the link below this video where you can give generously, abundantly, as an act of reparations, if that applies to you, to Black Girl Mixtape, and help support the vision of this project. It has been such a gift to get to write, to get to artistically collaborate in this way. It has been a place of luxurious ease and beauty and richness, and has really allowed me to lean into my creative self from a place of abundance. And so I encourage you, ask you deeply, profoundly, kindly to give to Black Girl Mixtape as part of, again, for folks who are like, what is Sonya doing next? This is a seed, a place that you can sow into, support these visions that are coming into being of me and my artistic realm, still telling stories about transformation and healing in new forms. So this is an opportunity to support some of the new endeavors that are coming to be for me. So I ask you to do that. And then the second project that I am a part of, that I'm asking you for your support, is called Uncertain Futures Institute. And the Uncertain Futures Institute is a collaboration. It's been so interesting even thinking about how I language this particular project, because I'm so excited about what it means. Myself, one of my loves, Katarina Norden, brilliant, visionary, Geronimo, Emil, they're a group of us, and this really is Geronimo's infant in terms of turning this into form and shape, is the vision of, like, right now we're living in the imagination, and you all have heard me say this, the imagination of rich white men, cis het white men, and we've been living inside of their imaginations for a very long time. And the future and what will become of it is being guided by their imagination, which is why we're trying to figure out how to colonize the moon, and rather than actually remedying the outcomes of their decisions on this planet, they would sooner abandon this planet and abandon the people here and go do the same things in outer space, right? Or planning bunkers to figure out how to avoid the apocalypse, everything but actually changing themselves and changing the world such that we might all thrive. And the Uncertain Futures Fellowship and Fund is about saying that there are visionaries and artists and thinkers and doers and makers who are visioning the new world in real time, and who are creating that. And what would it look like to have those visions and those visionaries and thinkers and artists and makers and doers fully funded to immersively and intentionally imagine the new world with all the spiritual, intellectual, organizational, economic, and material resources that they need to co-create the frameworks for our futures, for futures in thriving, futures in abundance. What would it look like for us to have that, to have new architects for the future, such that we might live in a more vibrant imagination than the one that we have now? And this group of folks is collaborating on building out this initiative, building out this exact fellowship program for 30 people over the course of 3 years, to be held in such unimaginably beautiful container, to begin the process of really creating, visioning, and making material a more delectable future for us to live into. One that centers justice, one that centers compassion, one that centers a re-indigenization of wisdom and action in the world. I like re-indigenization so much more than decolonial. Like, I'm tired of even thinking about what they were doing, and I want to be thinking about what it is that we're reclaiming. And so anyway, we are seeking to raise seed money to begin building out this project, and we're seeking to raise about $150,000 in initial funding, such that the people who are visioning and building this get to build it in a new way, already resourced, as opposed to doing it for free, because we will do it for free, which is the old way, right? And so if you are a person who has access to resource, and as much as it is that you would like to give, including if you were like, I have the whole 100,000 or 150,000, and I would love to support this vision. I would love to create a new relationship with economic right relationship that falls outside of these old colonial systems of philanthropy. Then I invite you to support. I'll include the link to the initiative is also down there somewhere. After Black Girl Mixtape, it's also down there. And if you would like to be part of building this vision and shifting the paradigm and have economic resource at this point to help us do that, I invite you to have a conversation with me. I want to invite you into this wild, delicious process of creation that we're in right now, of building the new world in real time. So those are the two things that I'm asking for support for. I may be reaching out to people very specifically to ask for specific support. And I'm inviting you to reach out to me specifically if you're like, yes, Sonya, I want to sow a seed into one or both of these projects. Please do. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you. Bye.